Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff, aka Gcurse here. I hope you're all having a great start to your day. It is currently 7:31 a.m. on the 7th of June 2025. However, when this gets uploaded and made public, it will be 7 a.m. on the 8th of June 2025. It's the 8th of June when you're watching this, of course. That means it is Sunday, which means it is time for Sunday Morning Retro. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday Morning Retro, the series where I like to play basically retro games. And to this time around, I am playing a game which was one of the first few rentals I ever got when I first received my NES, basically. That's right. I'm going to be playing the ever immortal classic Excitebike. This game, when I played on the NES, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I cannot wait to see how it kind of carries over with how, to the Nintendo Switch, because sadly my Nintendo died. Like, it died back, I think it was like 1996, 1997ish. It just stopped working. And back at that time, people didn't think that you could easily repair Nintendos. I don't even know what was wrong with my Nintendo. It just stopped working. It could have been I think it could have been a power issue, but I just turned it on and it would not work. So I'll be playing this on my Nintendo Switch. Now, I've had kind of a little bit hit and miss when it comes to the Nintendo Switch. Sometimes the controls operate pretty good, like it was with my playthrough of Donkey Kong Country last week. However, there have been times that I played games on the Nintendo Switch and the controls were really bad. Something like Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings, I think it was 64 or for the Super Nintendo. Maybe it was for the Super Nintendo. I can't recall. But it was when I played Pilot Wings. Oh my god, the controls were fucking bad that time. But anyway, let's get on with the morning stuff, the morning pleasantries, I guess you could call it. So let's do this. Hold on, let me boom. So as always, let's check out the weather real quick. It is currently 55 degrees. Let's see, what's it saying? We are actually supposed to be having one hell of a heat, like a warm up pretty soon. We are under a heat advisory. It's supposed to be 86 today. Very warm with clouds yielding to sun, a high of 86. Tonight it's going to be clear, a low of 56. It is currently 55. Record breaking temperatures tomorrow. That's right. It's going to be freaking warm tomorrow. Especially here in the Calais County corridor, as we like to call it. Daily. Let's check the daily. See, 86, very warm. Oh my god, they actually raised the temperature up. It was just before I started recording. It was actually supposed to be 91 degrees. They raised it up to 92. Oh my god. What about first day? Oh, not my first day, but my return to work for the next work week. 91 degrees. So they're keeping the 91. It's supposed to be 91 tomorrow and Monday, but they're actually keeping it 91 on Monday. So let's see. And then we dive, or I don't really say dive, but we lower a few degrees. 79, 69. Okay, now it's cooling down, cooling down. Last day of work before I go on summer break for roughly 10 weeks, which is going to be freaking nice. I get to rest a little bit. 70 degrees and partly sunny. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And then, of course, first official day, of my vacation. And it's going to be wet. It's going to be wet. Wet, 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 wet. Wet. The thing is, where I live here in Kelso, Washington, the weather, it's actually been pretty dry this entire winter and spring. I mean, we really haven't had that much in the way of consistent rain. So, am I really upset that we're getting this much rain, when we're close to summer? No, because we really didn't have that much during winter and spring. So I can't really be that mad, I guess. Okay, so let's do this. Let's look up some information about Excitebike real quick. If I remember correctly, this game came out like it was in, I think when I looked before, it was like I think it was like 84. This was an arcade game if I remember correctly before it was ported to the N64. See here, release. Yep. Oh, 85. Sorry, North America. October 18th, 1985 is when this game came out, but I did not get my Nintendo till the time kind of fluctuates, but it's like either 88 or 89. I can't recall exactly when I got it, to be honest. But I remember that this was a game that me and my dad rented prior to me going back home at the end of my winter break. Let's see here. What is it? This was also known as what they call a black box due to the pixel art and all that. I'll be honest, I love pixel art like this. I'm not sure what it is. I just loved it. And it's really kind of a sad shame that they didn't stick with this, at least with the Nintendo first party stuff. I understand as we got out of this Nintendo, I could understand them going to more modern. But for Nintendo, I think pixel art was the best. I think it was the best. But yeah, that's, so it came out in 85 for Nintendo, and I think it was I think it was an arcade game if I remember correctly. I could have sworn it was arcade, but I'm not sure. But it definitely was on a lot of platforms, though. It was on a lot of platforms. Let's see here. Let's do a search. Oh, it was arcade. I was right. Okay. So I don't feel like a total fucking idiot. I was right. It was arcade. Okay. Okay, so that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. That is about it. Here, let's do this. There. Wait, hold on. And that's about that. So when I return, ladies and gentlemen, it will be with the start of Sunday Morning Retro featuring Excitebike. Stay tuned and I'll be right back.